Welcome guys to another deck profile. This time we're going to take a look at Speedroid Karakuris. So the reason why they work so well together is because they're both machine archetypes. Karakuris is a bit slow, but they have a lot of draw power, I would say, so that helps out the Speedroids as well. And the Speedroids themselves have very fast synchro pace, so that helps out the Karakuri. For the Speedroid lineup, we have Speedroid Board. If you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can tribute this card, special summon one Speedroid tuner monster from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for wind monsters. You can only special summon this card once per turn. So this card is really powerful because you can get out any Speedroid tuner monster you want, and it can special summon itself as well, so you don't have to waste your normal summon to summon the Borg. But the key restriction is you can only special summon wind monsters after you tribute this card to use its effect. So basically you can't get out your Karakuri Synchro monsters or any other attribute other than wind, so that could be a hindrance, but it's a pretty good effect because, again, you can just get out any tuner monster you want for the Speedroid archetype. Just bust out your Speedroid monsters and next turn you can basically go off with the Karakuris. Speedroid Top. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is normaled or special summoned, you can add one Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand, except for itself. You can only activate this effect once per turn. So this card is really good because it can search out everything in the Speedroid archetype, except for itself of course, and it can special summon itself, so you don't have to waste your normal summon once again. And yeah, it just gets your plays going because if you have the Terror Top, you can special summon it. Search out the board, then that can special summon itself because this card's a wind monster as well. And then you can just use this card's effect to get out tuner monster, then you got a synchro play right there. Just off of one Terror Top. Speedroid Yo-Yo. When this card's normal summon, you can target one level 3 or lower Speedroid monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So this card is really good because it's a level 4 monster and we kind of need a higher level non-tuner monster as well. But level 3 or lower, meaning you can just bring back this Terror Top here, search out another card, or special summon this card, and then special summon another tuner monster. So the Yo-Yo has a really good recovery play, I would say. Speedroid Dice. When this card is normaled or special summon, you can target one Speedroid monster you control except for Speedroid Dice, and declare a level between 1 to 6. It becomes that level until the end of this turn. So this card is really versatile because it can mod your levels for your Speedroid monsters, meaning you can synchro from level 7 to level 2 even. Speedroid Dice number 2. During your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard and negate the next attack this turn from a monster your opponent controls. This is a quick effect. So basically this card's essentially Necro Gardener that can be activated anytime, I guess, and then it'll just negate the next attack. So basically if your opponent declares an attack with a monster, just banish it like Necro Gardener, negate the attack, and you're done with it. Also, this card's a tuner monster, which is pretty good. And it's a level 3 tuner monster, so it's a pretty high level tuner monster. But it can help you survive in the duel as well. Speedroid Battle Fader. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack while this card's in your hand, you can special summon this card in face-up attack position. And if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to defense position. So this card basically helps you survive a direct attack if you're about to lose, perhaps. And this card can come in a last-ditch effort to save your butt. So I have one copy in here just in case we actually might die. Speed Recovery. Target one Speedroid monster in your graveyard, special summon it during your main phase except for the turn this card was sent there. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Speedroid monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So Speed Recovery is a really good card because it can special summon your Speedroid monsters. Most of them have a effect where when it's normal or special summon, you get to trigger their effect, right? Also, this card can bring back a Speedroid monster from your graveyard to your hand, such as the Yo-Yo, which means it can be normal summoned, then you can get back another Speedroid monster, then you can do their effects. So yeah, Speed Recovery definitely recovers a lot of the Speedroids. As well as the Speed Recovery can also special summon the Synchro monsters of the Speedroid archetype, which makes it really powerful because the Speedroid Synchro monsters are somewhat huge, I would say. Introducing the Karakuri archetype, we have Karakuri number 919. So these guys have the effect where they must attack if able, as well as if they're selected as attack target, change their battle position to whatever. So basically their unique effects are what really matters here. So if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can select one level 4 or lower Karakuri monster in your graveyard, special summon in face-up defense position. So that's good because you can just get out another synchro play during main phase 2. Karakuri number 224. So this card allows you to have an extra normal summon of a Karakuri monster from your hand in addition to your regular normal summon or set, so that you can get out more Karakuri monsters for your synchro plays. Karakuri number 313. So this is the Watchdog. Basically, if this card's in attack position, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. When it is selected as an attack target, change its battle position. That works for every Karakuri monster here. But this time, this effect is more useful, I would say, in this scenario, because if you take battle damage from this card involving this card, all face-up Karakuri monsters you control gain 800 attack and defense until the end phase. Since if you have this card in defense mode and your opponent attacks it, it'll switch in attack mode, you'll take some damage and this card will gain 800 attack and defense. If they select it as an attack target once again, it'll change into defense position and now it has 2600 defense points, so that is pretty huge. Karakuri number 248. When this card's normal or special summon, you can select one monster on the field, change its battle position. So if your opponent is like cowering in defense mode, you can just use this card to switch them attack mode. Or if they're having such high offense but low defense, just switch them into defense, then kill them. So this card's really good because it can change battle position, including your own monsters if you need them to change battle position to activate the other Karakuri effects. So this card is really useful. Karakuri number 177. When this card's normal summon, you can add one Karakuri card from your deck to your hand. That's really good because it can basically search out everything in the Karakuri archetype, including their spell cards. Karakuri Cache. Select one face-up Karakuri monster you control, change the selected monster's battle position, add one level 4 or lower Karakuri monster from your deck to your hand. So that's really good because that can switch your monsters in defense mode or something, just in case they were normal summon. They're forced to attack, so you don't want them to kamikaze into your opponent's monster, right? Also, it gets out a search, which is pretty nice. Also, he can search out the Karakuri Anatomy, continuous spell card. Each time a Karakuri monster's battle position is changed, place one Karakuri counter on this card. Max 2. You can send this card from the field to the graveyard, draw one card for each Karakuri counter. For some other stuff in the deck, we have Iron Call. If you control a machine-type monster, target one level 4 or lower machine-type monster in your graveyard, special summon that target, negate its effect, and destroy it during the end phase. So this card is really good because both the Karakuris and the Speedroids are both machine archetypes, meaning you just need to have like a machine monster on the field and you can activate this card, then special summon another card to make more synchro plays, I guess. Galaxy Cyclone to destroy your opponent's back row. Also, it can destroy a face-up spell trap card in the graveyard. 1-for-1 to bring out the Speedroid Red-Eyed Dice, because that is a level 1 tuner monster, as well as it gets an effect because it is special summoned. Also, we have Glow Bulb for the 1-for-1 target, and it's a really good tuner monster that can special summon itself as well, so I have it in here. Raigeki to sack your opponent with. For the extra deck that is littered with synchro monsters, we have Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Bear, banishing everything your opponent controls. Mistworm, bouncing everything your opponent controls. Scrap Dragon, destroying one card you control and destroying one card your opponent controls at the same time. Karakuri Burrito requires non-tuner machine-type monsters, but that's okay. Our entire deck is based around machine-type monsters. When this card's Synchro Summon, you can special summon one Karakuri monster from your deck. Once per turn, when a battle position monster of a face-up Karakuri monster is changed, you can draw one card, so that's really good because draw power, right? Stardust Dragon to stop that Raigeki or Dark Hole. Karakuri Beret. When this card's Synchro Summon, special summon one Karakuri monster from your deck. Once per turn, you can select one monster on the field, change its battle position. Clear Wings Synchro Dragon. By the way, I think we can bust out Crystal Wings Dragon pretty easily in this deck as well, so can't wait for that card to come out. So basically, Clear Wing just stops the monster effect shenanigans from happening. Black Rose Dragon for the board wipe, as well as the cheeky second effect with Glow Bulb, I would say. It's pretty cool. Barkion, negate all trap cards. Kandama requires basically it's generic. If this card attacks the defense position monster, inflict piercing to battle damage to your opponent, so it does piercing, okay. You can banish one machine type monster from your graveyard, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. That's kind of random actually, but it does work with the other Speedroid monster, I guess. If this card's in your graveyard and you control no cards, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. You cannot normal summon or set the turn you activate this card. So I don't really like that effect because you cannot normal or set this turn, but hey, if you have nothing in your hand, then yeah, this card is really good. Tech Genus Hyper Librarian. I swear, this deck is so fast you don't even need TG Hyper Librarian, but it's a really good card because you can draw one card for every time you Synchro Summon. Naturia Beast, because since pendulums are really dominant, if you can make a Naturia Beast, I think you got a pretty good field, I would say. And also, the Karakuris are Earth monsters once again, so you can bust it out pretty easily. High Speedroid Giant Motorcycle that looks like a blade. This card can attack twice during the battle phase. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles, it gains 200 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished Speedroid cards added to your hand. You can only special summon this card once per turn. So this card is really good because you can attack twice, so that can go into game pretty fast. As well as if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add one of your banished Speedroid cards. So that's good because the Speed Recovery banishes itself to activate its secondary effect. Also, this card with the random burn 500, that's how you get your machine monsters banished. So you can banish the Speedroid monster you intend to get back with the giant blade here. So yeah, that's pretty synergetic with each other, I guess. So this is how the Speedroid Karakuri deck looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. I've actually made this deck pretty recently, like yesterday, but it's really fun because Speedroid makes Karakuri so much faster, and Karakuris help the draw power in Speedroids, I would say. So it works well with each other. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.